He's Derek.
The category is looking hot on a stripper pole while you're the same age as Wilford Brimley in Cocoon.
She's Romaine.
It's just like face, penis, penis, face, penis, penis.
This is Derek and Romaine.
2.0, bitches. Penis, face, ew. Welcome to the show, bitches. I'm Romaine.
Wow.
He's Derek.
Why are you being so hostile to penis in the face?
I don't know. What is wrong with me?
It's not your thing, but...
No, it's definitely not my thing. Definitely not.
Other people are into putting their thing in people's faces.
Yeah.
No muff too tough. So glad to have you with us here for another fine episode of our show. We aren't live today, but normally we are live and taking your phone calls and all that kind of shenanigans. But that doesn't mean we don't have a great show for you. So because it is this time of year, we thought we would look back on some of the things that we missed in 2025.
My youth.
Actually,
I missed my youth this year, Derek.
where did it go?
Far away. It's gone. It ran away from home.
Let me tell you something. I actually, a friend of mine who is a personal trainer, a gay personal trainer.
That's
he posted a thing that
unfamiliar to me.
Yeah. Well, apparently, according to him, and I don't know how true this is. I mean, I think he's trying to encourage middle-aged people to work out more. But he was like, apparently they did a study, and people feel like, I've lost so much strength, in my 40s, 50s, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I can't do what I used to. But he's like, actually, you don't significantly start to lose your physicality until 70. If you are maintaining yourself. And so basically it was like, you have no excuse not to go back to the gym. You're just lazy. But you know what? I am sorry. Day-to-day life can make you tired.
It can.
And
I'm tired right now just thinking about day-to-day life.
And then also, I think there is more motivation to keep yourself in shape in your 20s because you're single, looking to mingle.
Sure.
Keeping it tight helps, bring all the flies to your honey, as they say. But as time goes on, you're married, whatever else, you're hoping that people will be interested in you for reasons other than your hot body because,
right.
You can have a hot body in your 40s and 50s, but it ain't going to last forever. So attracting somebody who's interested in you because you have abs is a dead end. But it probably is a good idea to keep ourselves in good operating order for as long as possible.
Right.
But then again, maybe people don't want to live that long. I don't know.
Who knows what people want, Derek?
But I will say on Morning Joe, they had a guy who was like, how to have more energy and everything in your life. One of these kinds of books.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, well, you know what? I love a quick tip fad. Who doesn't in our current TikTok era where everyone's like, I just discovered the most amazing thing. If you just eat a bowl of spaghetti every day, your life will completely transform. Anyway, I find most of those things to be hot nonsense. But this guy actually wrote a book. It was published and he has scientific research behind it. Anyway, so his whole thing was basically about how to get more out of your day, how to have more energy, whatever in your day. So one was you have to get up early. Ugh. Which already I'm like, I'm out.
Well, I get up early now.
Oh, no. He was talking about 4 a.m. early.
Okay, I don't get up at 4 a.m. early, but I am up often between 5 and 6.
Yeah, that seems crazy early to me.
Well, it is, but I also go to bed early.
Yeah, well, that is true. You are knocked out by 9.
Well, not usually by 9, but by 10 o'clock every night, I am...
10?
I am in bed. Yes, 10. 10, Derek, 10.
So he's like, get up before dawn.
Getting up before dawn is stupid because it's dark outside and no one wants to wake up when it's still dark outside. I need there to be at least a little sunshine coming in my window.
Okay, I've seen your life. There's not that much sunshine in it, girl.
You don't have to, you know what? Fuck you. You think I don't know that? You think I don't know? Thank you.
I think everybody who listens to the show knows how much or little sunshine there is in both of our lives. But more sunshine in mine than yours. But anyway.
Probably true.
Probably. just because living alone and I love it. Anyway, so the strategy here is you get up before dawn. I hope everyone's taking notes. This is very important. Pull over to the side of the road. This is very important information that will not last while supplies last. Okay. So the strategy apparently to have more energy and vitality and productivity in your day and your life. Okay. One, you get up before dawn. Then the first thing you do is not reach for a steaming pot of coffee, which is what most of us do to like get ourselves going.
What does he want you to do? Reach for a glass of water?
No. Worse.
Oh, God.
Get up before dawn. Pray or meditate as the dawn is rising.
Blech.
Wait. Then,
oh
God, you're really going to hate this.
God. Yeah.
Workout.
Okay, no. Okay, first of all, you don't wake up to work out. I mean, I know, okay, so my brother-in-law, I learned this about him when I was in Texas a while back, but my brother-in-law, he gets up legit every day at like 4:30 and he goes and works out. And I think he's out of his mind. Like he comes home at like 6 o'clock in the morning and he's all worked out. And I literally, because I would be up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and like doing work or whatever. And I'd be like, are you literally coming back from the gym right now? He's like, yeah, I love it. I go every day. And I'm like, gross. That is disgusting to me. You know what? That to me is as disgusting as people who go on cruises and vacations and work out. Like I judge those people and I judge them harshly. Like, you aren't on vacation to work out. You don't get up at the butt crack of dawn to work out. That is stupid. You should be sleeping or relaxing, not working out.
Okay. I say this all the time because we do these cruises.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we have group activities that we do on board and everything.
Yeah,
and
we do fart walks.
Some people are joiners and some people aren't.
Yes.
But I tell everyone all the time, it's your vacation. If you don't want to do a group activity, don't do it. Mm-hmm. If you want to sleep all day, go ahead.
Right.
You know, it's not a contest. You're not competing against other people to have the best cruise. You also don't have to have somebody else's cruise.
Right.
So some people like working out in the morning, and they do have these gyms on board the ship, and sometimes people like work out.
Right.
And, you know, I am not a wake up and work out kind of a person. But like when we were on the transatlantic cruise on Virgin, you know, I had all this bar tab and I'm not really a drinker anymore.
Right.
And I was like, oh, how am I going to spend this? And then it turns out that like, oh, the bar outside the gym on the ship, which I learned in week 2, has like smoothies that are included,
okay, well,
like you can get with your bar tab. And I was like, oh, actually, I don't hate the idea of like not working out, but hanging out with the workout people post-workout and having a little smoothie in the morning.
Right.
You know, a splash of vodka in it. And it's God intended. So I think you can make your own rituals. You can do your own thing. But sometimes people, they're workout people. They like to work out. Let them work out. And you can sleep in. Or your thing on the cruises is taking naps. And other people might feel like, no, but you're missing out on the best part of the day.
No, I'm not.
I agree.
The best part of the day, I was enjoying my dreamy time.
The best part of the day is I don't have to make my own food and somebody's going to make my bed. And that is what I care about.
Right.
Honestly, I think I just want to live like in a time 100 years ago with a butler. I think that's what it is. Dress myself, cook. Oh, you know what? Those old timey rich people, they knew how it was. Like that's the life.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, that's just how that goes. All right. So that's it. That's the strategy. So you get up before dawn, you pray or meditate, whatever. Then you work out. Then after you work out, you have your coffee. And apparently it takes a couple of weeks to get used to this thing, but once you're in this rhythm, apparently you will have more productivity, better outlook on life, blah, blah, blah. And you will not crash midday, which happens to a lot of people when they like rev themselves up with coffee and then eventually the caffeine runs out. And then the next thing you know, it's 2 p.m. and you're hangry. You're like, now I got to have a Snickers just to get myself to dinner. And so you're just chasing a high with another high.
Right.
Just going from a roller coaster of highs and lows with sugar and whatever else. Anyway, look, it all sounds very healthy and good for those people, I guess. I just think I will never be that person.
Right.
I think if social media had been around when I was a teenager, in my early 20s, I probably could have become a person who works out.
Right.
Because there would have been a lot of motivation to be shirtless in social media.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I am hashtag blessed, hashtag gratitude every fucking day that very few people had hot bodies. And so that was not nearly as much of a deal breaker as I think it has become now.
Right.
And there wasn't this need to present yourself as some kind of physical and financial perfection the way that social media makes it now. Oh, it's awful. So anyway, so I'm glad I missed that boat. And now
I'm glad you did too.
Look, as long as I can fit in my clothes, that's all I care about. Like, you know, although I'm inundated, I don't know about you, but I am inundated with all sorts of like supplement, like these quick fixy kinds of supplements things. And the one that I'm the most assaulted with now,
oh God,
I don't know if you see these,
no,
is mushroom tea.
Oh, well, mushroom teas do have a lot of benefits.
And look, you went through your mushroom phase.
Well, I mean, I learned about them quite a bit, and they're pretty. It's a very mushrooms can be quite good for you.
They're good for you.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that if people are looking to, sort of eat lots of different things, because look, everybody knows that the curse of being an adult is what am I going to eat today?
Right.
Because like having to make dinner for yourself every day and come up with something new to eat, it's like, oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Anyway, so one of the best ways to deal with that is to eat different things. Like if you have other new ingredients, then it will push you into making other things, right? So if, for instance, you're like, well, I'm going to incorporate more mushrooms into my diet, for instance, even if you do it like once a week.
Right.
Like fish on Friday, right?
Yep.
If you do a thing where you have like a meatless day of the week, you have a day where you are incorporating different kinds of mushrooms into the meal once a week, you do like a fish day once a week, then all of a sudden that's 3 days. And then, have like a social dinner out with people, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That at least once a week. That's one. Then you get some socializing in, you can eat something different. And then you only have like 3 other days where you have to deal with chicken strips and curly fries or whatever. So anyway, So I think it might be smart. We started getting this local meat delivery, right? Mm-hmm. These companies that deliver meat. Locally sourced
Iris
meat.
has used some of those in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's great about it is they send, you can set it up so that they just send you random meats as opposed to very specific things. And the nice thing about the randomness is like, oh, I got short ribs. Well, now I got to, create a recipe around short ribs, right?
Which is kind of fun.
Right.
Gets
which
you
is
try
fun.
Different things.
Yes. So you get different, like a whole fryer chicken or, you get short ribs or whatever it is. So you get different things and then it forces you to make new things. And usually they also will include like recipes with it too.
Yeah.
So you can like try things with the recipe. Anyway, I think this is a nightmare. This like figuring out what to cook for yourself every day is horrible. Anyway, but this mushroom thing. So I've been assaulted and I don't know what I said or did or what the camera and the phone saw me doing that suddenly I am being absolutely assaulted with mushroom tea ads. But it's literally the only ad I see online.
Well, that's not good.
No.
Because now the world just wants you to have mushroom tea. And you don't want mushroom tea.
I'm going to put it in the same category of the ads I got for the Destination XL, like the hot fatties clothes.
Hot fatties clothes, yeah.
Is that this mushroom tea thing is also serving me hot, mildly overweight guys. Like, oh, I got 20 pounds to lose, and so I started drinking this tea, and now look at me, I've got abs. I think that's it. They know that, like my grandmother Doris, I'll have the same 10 pounds to lose until the day they put me in the ground. And so now I'm just being targeted with ads of like, it's just a little bit of weight. If you just drank this one little thing, those 10 pounds that have been haunting you like a ghost will be gone.
Do you actually believe that, though?
No, I think it's horseshit. I mean, I do believe that there are actual health benefits to consuming mushrooms and a variety of different mushrooms, because different mushrooms will have different sort of things. Because, there's a lot of, people take multivitamins and that kind of thing. But the vitamins, like if you take a vitamin pill, your body doesn't absorb it as well as vitamins that are absorbed through food.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. And I mean, even with if you're eating a varied diet that has good nutrition in it and good vitamins and everything, and you're taking a multivitamin, then your body is better processing the additional vitamins that you're getting, right? Because you're getting it from a natural source and your body is processing it, whatever. Anyway, so I do believe that there is a positive cumulative effect of eating more and different vegetables, eating more and different mushrooms, eating more and different meats. Like if you're having a varied diet, it's just better for you overall because you're more likely to hit all the essential, vitamins and nutrients and whatever else that you need by eating lots of different things. And not being like me and defaulting to chicken strips and curly fries, which have almost no nutritional value whatsoever. I mean, delicious.
Right.
But no nutritional value.
You need some nutritional value.
A little. I mean, I've gotten this far. I'm rickety as fuck, but I've gotten this far. Anyway,
I'm rickety as fuck.
I'm tempted by these mushroom tea ads.
I mean, you could give it a try. Is it going to hurt?
It just feels like a fucking fad.
I mean,
also,
I suspect
it's gross.
I fell for one of these fads recently.
Okay.
Myself. So when I started my health journey, I couldn't poo for a long time because of my GLP-1. And it really became problematic. And so I'm like, I'm willing to try anything. And then there was this company that makes these like gummy bear type vitamins. It's like a little pack of like 6 gummy bears every day. And you're supposed to eat them. And they give you a bunch of nutrition value, blah, blah, blah. But then they also, like, they're filled with like super green vegetable, whatever, right? Uh-huh. And then it also is supposed to help with your fiber intake so that you can poo better. It's full of all kinds of dumb shit. So I did try them. I ordered up a month's supply of them and tried them out. And, after a month, I'm like, maybe they're helping. I can't tell. So then I ordered a second month and I continued to try them out and they were tasty enough. And then I ordered a third month and then I stopped taking them because I wasn't convinced they were actually helping me. So I feel like I have fallen for this kind of marketing campaign, and then I didn't really see. I don't think I felt the results that they said I would feel. They're like, oh, you're gonna have all this extra energy, and oh, you're gonna think more clearly, and oh, you're gonna poop, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, not really, not really. And they weren't cheap, by the way. They were kind of expensive. So then I was like, oh, why am I wasting my money on this dumb shit? So then I stopped. And now I feel like I made the right choice by stopping.
Okay. Well, the exact same gummy, they sell them to gay guys for bottoming without needing to douche.
What?
Oh, yeah. This is the hot thing.
No.
Okay, bottoms. If you take this gummy every day and then, your colon will be clear enough that you won't need to douche. You'll be ready to bottom all the time.
That's funny. I did not know that they were marketing to gay guys. I mean, it makes sense in some ways if it actually helps you poo. For me, the GLP-1s really backed me up and it was not strong enough to help me poo.
Beep, beep.
I had to take it to the next level. I had to take it to the next level. So I finally, I figured out how to help my body through that sitch, but it took a minute to figure it out. But now I'm better. Now I poop pretty regularly, and my poops aren't nearly as extreme as they once were. Every once in a while, I get an extreme poop.
God.
Every once. It reminds me of that. Did you watch Boots on Netflix?
Yes, I have watched it.
So it reminds
like now at the time of this.
Yeah. So
yes, of course, I'm very familiar with this show that we both have watched now.
Yeah.
To completion.
So it does remind me of the scene in Boots where one of the guys hasn't taken a shit in like a week and a half, and then he finally lets go and takes like the most giant poo of his life. Like when that scene happened, I really felt
felt connected.
I felt like I could relate to that scene a lot, like with my health journey. Like every once in a while, one of those, you don't even sometimes realize how many days it's been. And then it's like, it happens and you're like, oh, the relief.
And then it's like one of those like 10-minute long freight trains moving through town.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I guess we're going to be here a while.
Actually, you know what the funny thing is? No. When you finally let go, I don't know what I should be playing. It's shit or chat, shit or chat. Anyway, what's that smell? It's my shit. But no, usually when you unload like that, it does not take long. Usually it's actually usually a pretty short poo session.
Oh.
Like you're in and out in like 4 minutes tops. Because once it starts,
that's a short session for you, but okay.
I mean, how long are you really shitting for? But
not
anyway,
4 minutes.
I'm just saying from the moment you walk in, you pee, you get yourself comfortable, you take your poo, you do all the wipe up, clean up, then you leave. Yeah, about 4 minutes. Anyway, but let me tell you something.
It seems long.
When it finally is ready, it's like woof, fast. It's fast and furious, but and then you're like, when it's over, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Like you think it's not, it's deceiving because it goes so fast. It's like a slow roll poo. It's just like out fast. And then when you're done, you're like, oh, that couldn't have been that big. And then you stand up, and you turn around to flush and you're like, oh my God, what happened? That was the whole baby in there.
Yeah. This is why Universal doesn't want to move forward with the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Yeah,
because it's just going to be Fast and Furious 10 extreme poop.
Yeah, well, sometimes you take an extreme poop. I could always tell when I'm about to have an extreme poop, though. I now have a telltale sign when my body is like, when I know today's the day that an extreme poop is going to happen. Like I'll be sitting there minding my own business.
We're up before dawn meditating.
Yeah. And like it's usually while I'm having my morning coffee. My morning coffee, I think, sometimes triggers it.
Yeah.
So I'll be sitting there, I'll be drinking my morning coffee, and then I'll feel a little cramps, like a little like gas pain in my belly. And usually I don't get gas pain. So when I get the gas pain, I think, oh,
here it comes.
That's not a good sign. And then I know, don't trust a fart, because
That's
if you trust the fart on when you feel that pain, you're gonna be sorry. So
rumble in the tumble.
And then my belly will get a little rumbly and tumbly. And then I'm like, yeah, it's about to happen. And then when I finally feel like my body's like, okay, time to poo, I go in and it's like, it's crazy sometimes. And I'm like, whoa, what happened? Like, that is wild. It's wild. Like, you think, how does that much poo fit in your body? Like, don't you ever take a poo and it's so massive that you're just like, how did that come out of me? Like, how did that fit out of my butthole? I think that sometimes when I look at my poo, I think, how did that fit? Where did it come from?
I've watched enough gay guys get railed that I no longer think that a baby can't fit through a man's asshole. So no, I don't think that. But let me ask you an important question here, actually, Romaine.
Yeah, I'm
just in a meta sense about the show.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Do you think we share too much about ourselves?
Yes. I can already answer that. Of course we do. We share way too much. Did I tell you what Romie asked for with our new house?
Privacy?
Well, yes, but she asked for a very specific item. She's like, Mom, there's something I want you to buy for our new house. And I was like, okay, what is it? Are you ready? She wants a squatty potty.
Okay, yeah, that's good
because evidently there was a period where she was spending a lot of time at her friend Gabby's house. And I guess Gabby's bathrooms all have squatty potties in them. And Romie takes poo time very seriously. She always lets us know when she's pooing. She wants no interruption. She's like, leave me alone. I need my poo time. And we're like, okay, fine. So, but I guess when she was there, she used their squatty potty every time she pooed. And she's like, Mom, it makes such a difference. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And so, yeah, that was her request. That was her one request when we bought the new house. She's like, we have to have squatty potties in the bathrooms. And I'm like, well, that's easy enough. I can accommodate that. So, yeah, squatty potty. Who knew?
All right.
I mean, I can't even imagine what a poo would come out like. One of these massive poos would come out with a squatty potty. It'd probably take 2 seconds.
That'd be really
Come
big
out like a
something.
rocket. Anywho. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about poo.
Thank God.
I should probably cut it off there, right? Just stop talking.
Yes, that's why I said, do you think we're sharing too much? Because I was trying to get you to move on.
Did shitter chat.
Toilet talk.
Toilet talk.
Shitter chat.
Shitter chat.
I knew I'd get yelled at if I didn't play it.
What is happening here?
I don't want to get yelled at. You know they would have yelled at me if I hadn't played it.
With good reason.
I guess.
Okay. Anyway, today's episode that started almost a half an hour ago was going to have a theme.
We never stick to the plan, ever. I blame myself, honestly. But you're kind of to blame, too. A little.
A little bit. Anyway, so today's theme was supposed to be sort of but out with the old, in with the new.
Right.
Kind of a thing.
Out with the old, my poo.
In with the new, a squatty potty.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so if you don't want to talk about my poo, let's talk about butts. So, and it's specifically gay men's butts.
Okay.
Because I feel like these adorned more gay men's butts than anything else. So Andrew Christensen, you know Andrew Christensen, right?
That's not his name, but okay.
Well, that's the design line. You're right. That's not the designer's name. But anyway.
No, it's Andrew Christian.
Oh, sorry. I said Andrew Christensen, didn't I?
Yeah,
I just did what my mother did. So my best friend, Kristen, my mom used to call her Christian all the time. I just pulled a Betty. So I'm sorry to Andrew Christian and his underwear. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about. So his underwear line has been around for more than 25 years. And gay men, predominantly, I feel like it's a gay men's underwear line. Do straight men even wear Andrew Christian?
Probably not.
Anyway, well, this out Latin designer has decided after over 25 years that he has decided he is no longer going to design men's underwear. And so he has decided that he is going to release one final collection.
Called Bespoke, which they released in October.
Yeah, Bespoke. And that's it. And then afterwards, soon after they released it in October, gone. Closing. No more. Now, have you ever worn any Andrew Christian underwear, Derek, over the years?
I believe so. In the course of our show,
yes,
when the underwear brand first launched, because we had Andrew Christian people on the show, and Ginchgonch.
Oh God,
was another of these like colorful underwear
brand.
brands. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that brand.
So we would sometimes get free underwear.
Yeah.
You know, they would send us, because this would happen with various things. We had advertisers on the show.
Yep.
We would get, clothes from
People
free
were always
from advertisers. That was nice.
Shit.
So they'd give us a credit, and then we could buy whatever we wanted. Honestly, I know people didn't like how many ads that we had at the old facility, because we did have a lot of live reads and a lot of ad spots and everything, because our show was financially successful. It's still a mystery as to why they got rid of us. But anyway, we did make a lot of money for them. Anyway, but we would sometimes have just like Andrew Christian underwear models in the studio, whatever. Sometimes we would get some free underwear, or we would go to events, because this would happen at like GLAD events or HRC events, anything that had a gift bag.
Oh God, yes, they were.
And
always
then there would be
shit like that.
A pair of size medium gay man underwear in a gift bag.
Yep.
Remember that? And I would always get, because Romaine would always give them to me.
Of course, because what am I going to fucking do with them?
Right. So I believe over time I did get some. I was never a consumer, but I did get them. The pattern underwear, it's a little flashy for me.
Right.
And so I'm not a flashy underwear person.
Yeah, I could see that about you.
So I like after I switched to boxer briefs,
Mm-hmm.
and I like a gray or black boxer brief. Plain, no fruity designs, no weird squiggly lines.
You like a very basic.
Very
brief.
basic.
Yep.
And, recently we were on a cruise, and some of the people in our cruise group left and went to TJ Maxx and bought underwear. And I was thinking, remember what a thing it was in the 90s. And I mean, really with the start of Calvin Klein in the 80s, but there was this peak period in the gay community, from the 80s or from the 90s into the early 2000s, where if you hooked up with someone and they had cheap underwear, it was the worst thing that happened to you in the hookup.
Oh.
Or you hook up with somebody, he'd take his pants down and then he'd be wearing Fruit of the Loom, and everyone was like, the gay gasps.
I mean, I kind of blame brands like Calvin Klein for that, though.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
And the sort of the rise of designer underwear.
Yeah, because the
then,
name on the waistband meant everything.
Yes.
Don't be trying to wear some fucking Hanes. Right, you got to be wearing an Andrew Christian, fucking Calvin Klein. I almost did it again because I'm totally my mother now. But you had to have those very specific names on that waistband, or yes, it was a crime against humanity.
But nobody is wearing low-rise jeans with their underwear showing anymore.
No, they're not.
And also, I think
it doesn't matter anymore.
Younger people barely have jobs. So
you think the gays have just grown out of it?
Well, I think that this is a sign actually of the poor health of the fashion industry in general. That the concept, and part of it is the flash fashion movement, where it was more important to have something new and quickly disposable.
Like my daughter. My daughter's all about the flash fashion movement. And
so it isn't about a label or a logo.
Nope.
It's about the look.
The only labels and logos that my daughter cares about, I would say, are in shoes. She can't have knockoff Uggs. She wants Uggs.
Yes.
Right? Or there's certain brands of weird shoes that she likes. And they're always stupid $300 expensive shoes. And I'm like, no. So shoes are one of the few brand things that she cares about. And then sometimes purses, but not all the time. As long as the purse is cool, it doesn't have to have a brand, but she does like a brand in a purse.
Well, I think the accessories are different because they tend to be more unique.
Right.
A shoe, a bag, earrings, a necklace. These are much more brand specific.
But even with some of her jewelry, she does the fast fashion on those as well.
Sure. But that's because they so quickly can knock off whatever the thing is. Because you remember when the charm thing was hot?
Oh, yeah.
And so that's anybody can make fucking charms and put them on something. A certain amount, some of the stuff is very, very easy to knock off.
Right.
But for a lot of the sort of basics of, a skirt, if you're talking about a pencil skirt, you're talking about just a skirt or a t-shirt, a plain t-shirt. Who cares?
Well, and nowadays these kids really don't wear their clothes out. So what they do, and this, by the way, is not just my daughter, all of Romie's friends do this. They buy something, they wear it a handful of times, and then they turn around and sell it online to somebody else. And half their clothes are used clothes that they bought from someone else selling them, and half of their clothes are from these fast fashion places that make inexpensive clothes.
Yeah. Well, I think if you buy something expensive, it doesn't, people, also, because I have noticed this, because me, I have the same clothes for 20 years, right?
I mean, I'm the same way.
But I have noticed thanks to social media, and this is probably why young people are either doing fast casual clothes or going the consignment route for more expensive things, is that with social media, once you've been photographed in something and it's in your social media, it's there forever.
Right.
And so I will notice, like, people will go on lots of cruises with us, and I'm on the cruises, and I wear a lot of the same things over and over again on the cruises.
Me too.
From cruise to cruise, but then I'll see pictures of myself posted online, like when it's somebody's birthday, and you get a collection of photos on Facebook or whatever. And then it's like, oh, here are 6 photos of us from 6 different years where I'm wearing the same shirt. And so I understand
That's
that for
funny.
young people who are more likely to be out with their friends and Instagrammed and, that kind of thing. It's
Right.
like, oh, I've already
been photographed.
I've already been photographed and I'm all over Instagram and this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wear it again. Like the
That's
way that
true.
celebrities do that. Like
Yep.
the celebrities have to like cycle through clothes pretty fast because they can't keep being photographed in the same thing over and over again.
Right.
And so I think this is what drives young people into fast fashion and what used to be consignment stores, where you would very high end things you could turn around and sell back, like get
Right.
some money back, and then it would get resold to somebody who'd be interested in it. And which is actually the sort of recycling clothes is actually better just overall than the fast fashion, because that, you wear it twice and then it goes into a landfill. Like that's
Right.
not good. It's not good for the environment. And also that fast fashion is basically made by child slave labor at a dark cave somewhere in order for you to be able to buy this fabulous outfit for $4. So it's not, it's not good for the environment. It's not good for human people. But I think it's social media that is driving the churning of fashion for younger people. But that's also why the label is not important, because most people are not zooming in on a label
Right.
in an Instagram picture. It's so, and if you have to go through a lot of clothes, then you can't go through a lot of expensive clothes unless you're rich, rich, rich. So I think this is a big part of it. But just in general, people are just wearing their pajamas out in public now.
I do.
So, yeah. So the idea that there's, some kind of fashion standard, because it used to be that people were just a lot more fashion focused. This is something that you wear on Sundays at church. This is something that you wear to work. This is something you wear when you go out to dinner. This is something you wear when you go out to a club. You watch something like Downton Abbey, and they have day clothes and evening clothes. And this was a whole like hot thing in fashion in the 70s. Oh, it's an outfit that can take you from day to night.
Oh, yes. In
Remember
women's
that?
fashion, that was a big deal.
Big deal. Oh,
Yeah.
it's, you can, but
Change
now,
your shoes and you're good to go.
yeah, literally everything it takes you from day to night because it's pajamas.
Right.
So the calculus of that kind of thing has changed. But with Andrew Christian, in his case, he wants to retire. And I think that he originally, as a designer, he wanted to sell the company. Mm-hmm. But he says that homophobia has prevented his underwear fashion empire from being bought by one of these conglomerates that
That's
own
interesting.
these fashion lines. I think,
I don't know if I believe that.
well,
I mean, because the
It's because
fashion
the-
industry is so fucking gay.
yeah, but this is such a targeted product that only gay men are buying. So you're talking about
gay
a
men
niche.
with a shit ton of disposable income.
Yeah, but if they're buying their underwear at TJ Maxx, they're not going to pay a premium for designer bespoke underwear anymore.
Is that where gay men are buying their underwear?
I told you when we were on a cruise recently, one of our listeners went to TJ Maxx and bought some underwear. So I was like, oh, I guess people don't care about what kind of underwear they're wearing when they hook up with people. Mm. Like, it really is not the same.
Yeah.
I haven't had anybody that I have hooked up with comment about like the label of my underwear in,
Right.
I don't know, decades. Like nobody's, I'm not looking at their
But
underwear
are you
label.
wearing
They're not
any
looking at
kind
mine.
of nice underwear these days? No.
Well, first of all, okay, if you think you're going to hook up with somebody, like if you go out to the club or something, you go
club.
out, you go to a gay party.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to put on your nicer underwear.
Well, of course, if you think there's a chance you're going to get
Right.
laid.
You think there's a chance you're
I
going to
mean,
get laid.
even I do that now. Like, if there's
Sure,
a chance
you're
that I'm going
married.
out and I might get laid by a hot girl,
Okay. You're still married, but
Yeah.
okay.
But if
Yes.
I'm going out and thinking I might get laid by a hot girl, I'm going to put on the good underwear.
Right. So that's different. But the good underwear is like the underwear that hasn't started to like wear out somewhere because everything wears out much
that's not
faster
the good
now.
underwear.
What's the good underwear for you?
The
pretty underwear?
First of all, the good underwear are the nicer brand. So it would be
Okay.
like a Calvin Klein versus my Hanes. Like I have underwear that are my everyday comfy underwear.
I love
right?
how 5 minutes ago you called out other people for wearing Hanes, and then
no,
you're
I
like,
get it.
I got a lot of Hanes.
Well, I will say, so there is this, what is it Hanes? I think it is. I think that is the brand. So there's the very specific Hanes underwear that I do like. It's a very specific cut and it's a very specific fabric, and I will only wear those. I won't wear any other product from them. I can tell you that right now. But there is a very specific, like if I just want a comfortable everyday, no one's going to see these but me kind of underwear. Those are the underwear. I have different underwear for different occasions. Like, for instance, if you got your period and it got stained because you had your period just jumped out at you and you didn't know it was coming, that it's like, oh, big dipty ding dong. These are just your everyday underwear, whatever. You can clean them. It's not a big deal, right? But then I have my fancy underwear for, again, if I think I'm going to get laid or I'm trying to impress, I'll put on my nice underwear. My underwear that says I'm ready for sex, my sex underwear. And then I have my super sex underwear. Like if I'm really trying to impress, then there's a different tier of sex underwear. Like there's my normal sex tier. And then there's like, oh, I need to impress. So this is my second tier of sex underwear.
oh my God. Okay.
And and let me tell you, they have different cuts
yeah.
to accentuate different things. Because, like with men, you have different styles of underwear, briefs and boxers, whatever, right? So, depending on what you're looking for, you need a different cut, a different style. Because different things look sexier than others.
Yeah. This is where the thing for women in fashion and men in fashion is so different because it's.
But is it?
Yeah,
because
it is.
you know what, I almost call a little bullshit on that, and I'm going to tell you why. Because
Okay,
like
go
with
right ahead.
men, yes, your underwear are a little more plain Jane, but like I think about like undershirts, right?
Yeah.
There are different undershirts that men have, and the cuts on them can be very different. And whether it's a tank or a t-shirt, a V-neck, or crew cut or whatever, they can all be different. The way they fit. It can all those things can really make or break a sexiness level of the undergarments you are wearing. And I think men do care about those things because I think men take that into consideration when they're selecting what to buy as their undergarments, I'll say. Not just underwear, but even your undershirts.
Well, I definitely think that there are some cuts that people feel better in.
Sure.
And feeling good about yourself can translate into looking sexy.
But also let's say you're a guy with a decent body, you want to have the cut of an undershirt that's going to show off the parts of your upper body that you want to show off.
Okay, two things. One is if you have a nice enough body, it's going to show. And B, if you have that hot of a body, you're not wearing clothes. Have you not seen like Gay Guy Halloween?
Oh, I've seen.
Oh, I'm a cat. It's just a guy in a Speedo with cat ears on. Like literally, they just won't wear any clothes.
I mean, that is
So
true.
if you have a
That
hot
is true.
body, you just don't wear clothes. But yes, there are sort of like tank top cuts that are specifically like, oh, I'm super muscular, so whatever.
Right.
But ultimately, they're just wearing a tank top because they know they have nice arms and big shoulders.
Yeah.
So, but even in that case, there definitely are gay guys where they get like a cut, like a tank top cut that is very specific and very gay.
Right.
But most of the time, the hot factor, like the sexy factor for men, is the less it looks like you worked to look like this, the better.
Yeah. Fair.
If it looks like you didn't put any thought into how sexy you are, you're just so naturally sexy that you're just any old Hanes undershirt is going to look hot on you because your hotness is about not what you're wearing. It's about your attitude and whatever else. And so, yeah, it's just a little bit different versus with women, the more sort of put together you are, That's the reward is in the more put together you look. Not that men can't look very handsome in a suit or a tuxedo. Like, yes, there are circumstances where a man can be dramatically improved by good grooming, but like the sort of sexiness thing is frequently, oh, I just finished working on my car and my T-shirt got all greasy and I'm just in low slung jeans and I'm wiping my face with my shirt so you can see my abs. Yeah.
Right.
The abundance of itchy abs in the gay community. Why don't we have ads about that? Are your abs itchy? Do you have to lift your shirt all the time in public just so you can scratch your stomach?
Yes. My abs are that itchy, Derek. And yes, I do have to lift my shirt to scratch them.
Yeah, you don't do that. Only men do that.
I'm doing it right now. What are you talking about?
That's sad and gross. Anyway, so there's with Andrew Christian, but I suspect that sales of bespoke fancy underwear have been declining for some time, and that's probably why it's harder for him to sell that brand at this point as opposed to like at its peak, at its underwear peak. Because I just think all of these companies, like the high-end underwear companies, probably don't have anywhere near the sales that they had.
But now is your last
ago.
chance to get your Andrew Christian underwear.
Yes. Probably by the time people hear this, it'll either be
on the clearance rack,
your last chance, or it's too late.
I think it's going to be on the clearance rack.
Probably.
Why am I such a dick? I am such an asshole. I shouldn't be like that to a fellow gay. I shouldn't, though. I should. I should hold myself to a higher standard.
Yeah,
of behavior.
Sure. Miss Extreme Poop. Yes, a higher standard. Well, Chuck E. Cheese, another fabled brand from the past.
Love Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, I really don't. Chuck E. Cheese, the pizza's disgusting. Those animatronics are creepy as fuck.
Why you gotta be like this about Five Nights at Freddy's?
And I feel like not that long ago, there was a story about like a drug bust in one where they literally came and arrested the guy in the Chuck E. Cheese costume. So
yes, that did happen.
Yeah, I felt like I remembered that from a while back. But I just think so even when Romie was a child and we got invited to birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese, can I be honest? I fucking hated them. Hated them.
It's not for adults.
No, it's not even for kids. It's a horrible experience. Everything about Chuck E. Cheese, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, I think it's a horrible experience. The food is gross. The games are stupid. Ugh, I hated it.
Well, they are doing a little bit of a brand extension with Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
So in 10 mall locations across the country, they have opened Chuck E. Cheese arcades where they don't
just the
serve
arcades?
pizza.
Oh.
It's just arcade games. Themed around Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay. But, so basically they're just taking the Chuck E. Cheese brand and taking out the food and the animatronics and just creating arcades.
Yes.
Well, so this is interesting because I don't know the last time you were at your local mall, Derek, but I was at my local mall not a long time ago. And once upon a time, my local mall was a very high-end, like, super high-end stores, Coach, Michael Kors, like all these super high-end brands, right?
Yeah.
That's what used to be in my mall.
Andrew Christian.
Yeah.
Ginchko.
Nowadays, my mall has been taken over by store brand names that I've never heard of.
Zorp.
Sure. And one of the things that they have done...
Wait, have you never heard of them because demographically you would not encounter them? Or you've never heard of them because they're also selling products that you would never use or buy?
I've just never heard of them.
Okay.
Anywho, but now what my mall has done, and I actually think it's pretty smart, is instead of stores, they're having more experience type of venues. So for instance, they turned what was once like a big athletic type store, and now it is an extreme trampoline park kind of location where you can have birthday parties and just like take your kids to like burn off a whole lot of crazy energy, right? And then they did open a marcade. It's like a arcade, and it's just filled with arcade games, and you can either go in and play by the hour, Like you pay like a set price to play for an hour, or you can have birthday parties there or other kinds of parties there. And it's filled with a lot of like more retro games than like current games. So it's a lot of old pinball machines, Street Fighter games, things like that, Miss Pac-Man. A lot of the older school type arcade machines are in there. So I think if Chuck E. Cheese is trying to compete with some of these other experiment activity-based stores, I actually think it's a good idea because I'm certainly seeing a growth certainly a growth of those in the mall environment these days. And parents are taking their kids to them. Like every time I've been at my mall recently, all those places are jam-packed full of kids. So, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that for malls, this is smart because the malls can't compete on selling products necessarily. I mean, I am still somebody, I have bought clothes online, but I really don't like it.
Right.
Because it's just like the grocery shopping. I mean, like my local supermarket, the order through the app and then just drive up and you pick up your groceries that they've been picking for you. Like they have a whole picking room now and they have people every time I go to the grocery store, there's like 3 employees that are out in the aisles like picking. So it's obvious that this is a very popular option.
It's huge. People who love it.
Yeah, but also like the grocery thing I think is popular because you and I both live in, well, you don't anymore, but we have lived in these commuter towns outside of New York City where by the time you get home at the end of the day, you don't want to go through a grocery store for 40 minutes, 20 minutes shopping. You want to you're on the train, like, oh, I don't have anything for dinner. You order on the app, like what you're going to pick up afterward. You get off the train, you get in your car, you go right to the supermarket. Mm-hmm. It's waiting for you, and then you drive home, and you have all your groceries. And so if you're that kind of a working, commuting person, especially a parent, like, yeah, that's all you need. But I am the kind of person, like, I want to pick out my own bananas. Sorry, I do. But also, sometimes I buy things because I see them on sale or I see them compared to another product.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this, whatever else, which I would never do through an app. So in some ways, like I probably spend more at the grocery store, actually going to the grocery store, than I would if I just ordered things online.
Right.
But with clothing, it's the same thing with the vegetables. Like with the clothing, it's like, I want to try this on. I want to feel the fabric. I want to see how the fit is. Because, like, for instance, my old roommate, Mike, when we lived together, we would sometimes like go out and like, you're at the mall or whatever, you like pop in. And he loved Banana Republic. This was whatever, 20 years ago, but he loved Banana Republic because Banana Republic fit him great. But Banana Republic fit me like shit. But if I looked at the clothes online, I'd be like, oh, this looks cute. But the fit was wrong for me. And the fit that was right for me was Club Monaco. That was the perfect fit. I mean, like everything at Club Monaco fit me like a glove. Like, oh, it was designed for me. And so I could definitely order things from Club Monaco online because it always fit exactly how it always looked right on me. Or at least in my mind, it looked right on me.
Right.
And Banana Republic just fit me horribly like a garbage bag. Anyway, so... but this is where like I have experienced the thing of going to a store and like nothing in the store fits you right, and it's like I can't shop this brand because nothing fits me right.
I hate
and
it
that's
when
why
happens.
when I see because Amazon sells a lot of clothes online now.
Right.
It's a huge online clothing marketplace now. But and I have bought some things, but I just like I can't try it on. And I can't see the fit. I can't see the fabric. I can't see the color. Like you see the color online, but you can't. What is the color going to look like in person?
Right.
And it's not always, exactly what you think it's going to be. So
It's true.
I'm thumbs down about like clothing shopping online. But a lot of, especially younger people, they don't have this thing. They order online. They're fine. But these malls can much better compete for eating out and experience stuff like movies. And because the Nyack Mall that you and I both live near, the Rosie Mall, they put in, because it was one of these things where they had a huge, God, what's that, 5-story interior atrium in that mall?
God, yeah, that thing was fucking
Huge.
gargantuan.
And so what they did in that atrium space was they put in like one of those like zip line, walk the plank kind of structures.
Which, by the way, is terrifying, and I would never go on.
Right, but it was very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because people would be at the mall, and it's like, this will be good. We'll put the kids in this thing, and we'll have a harness on and zip around in it, and we can go shop or sit or whatever else, and they'll burn off these calories, and we won't have to deal with their energy or whatever. But it's like, and it's indoors, so year round you can do it.
Right.
But I think these experiences are smart for malls because people like that. It is a way to sort of, especially for family stuff, to do stuff, like all ages kind of stuff. You have teenagers, they can run on that zip line thing, whatever. Younger kids can do whatever, their younger playtime arcade thing, blah, blah, blah. So you can fit more ages in, and then you can all go and get something to eat at the Cheesecake Factory. Like, great, fine. And it's not like the most amazing day we ever had together as a family, but if what you want is just to get out of the house, it's a good strategy.
Yeah. It sure is. It's a good strategy indeed. Well, I like that Chuck E. Cheese is trying something new. I'm glad that they're abandoning the actual cheese in Chuck E. Cheese because it's gross. And hopefully this will work for them. Because really, Chuck E. Cheese is it's all about the birthday party. Like, it is a birthday party venue. That's about all Chuck E. Cheese is. People aren't just going to Chuck E. Cheese for a pizza.
No.
They're going there because there's a birthday. I mean, the only time I've ever been to Chuck E. Cheese is for a kid's birthday party.
This is why usually I'm not in favor of changing food because people get mad when you change like the formula of things.
Right.
Sort of new Coke, old Coke.
Right.
Kind of a thing. But, that's not the only one. Like, they change the flavors and formulas of things all the time of like, oh, we're upgrading our thing. It's like, nope, give us the old thing. But when it comes to Chuck E. Cheese, nobody liked their pizza.
No, it was always horrible.
Yeah.
It was had the worst shitty pizza ever.
They should have upgraded their pizza and had, like, for a time, original recipe or whatever.
Right.
But no. Longer term, they should have upped their food game. Because I agree, a lot of parents, their kids wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese, but the parents had to go and sit there, and the food was not good. And so, and then at a certain point, like the video games you could have at home would be better than the video games you could get there. So other than, yes, like a birthday party thing, and as you know, the birthday party thing, because you had to deal with this with Romie, the birthday party thing that people like falls out of favor really fast. One summer it's bounce houses, but then the next summer it's like, oh, she had a bounce house party. Can you imagine how terrible?
Well, it does change too.
Yeah.
With the age of the kids. So
Right,
like
that
what
too.
once was totally popular with the younger kids, now the older kids are like, oh, we can't do that party. That's for babies. Like, because that is really what changes more. But a new generation of younger kids will want to do that other thing. Those places, I feel like if you have like a Pump It Up or a Chuck E. Cheese or any of these kids' birthday locations, I feel like this is easy money for a business. Because kids always need birthday parties, and it's just an easy buck to make. It's not hard to host birthday parties if you have the right gimmick. Like these trampoline places, whatever. If you have a good gimmick and kids love whatever that gimmick is, your business will never go out of business. You will always have business because kids are growing up and they're aging out, and new kids are coming in.
It's the new kids on the block.
They'll
get you every time.
I mean, I gotta be honest. So there's those giant inflatable park type places. There's a franchise called Pump It Up. And we used to have Romie's birthday parties there every year for years. And let me tell you something. They make so much fucking money on a birthday party for what it is. It's basically a giant warehouse where you have like 5 giant inflatables in a room, right? Like really cool giant inflatables. And then there's a side room. It's like a small room with a long table down the middle of it, sometimes 2, where you have your pizza after the kids have worn themselves out playing in the big bounce house room. Some of these places will have 2 bounce house rooms, and some of them will have 3 bounce house rooms, depends on how big your franchise is. But let me tell you, each one of those fucking birthday parties brings in like $1,000 for 2 hours of work. And you just hire teenagers for minimum wage to manage the kids. These things just bring in so much crazy cash. It's insane. And you don't even have to be open 5 days or 7 days a week. You can literally be open. Most of your business is coming in on Saturdays and Sundays, on the weekends. So if you have, I don't know how many parties a weekend.
Party.
Oh, you could be making so much fucking money. And the overhead's not that much. I'm telling you, this is a good business idea.
Well, if I don't have some of this mushroom tea soon, I also will be an inflatable. I'll be so bloated.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for joining us for another A+ hour of power here on Derek and Romaine. Talk about out with the old. Mm-hmm. Today's show is over.
Yes, it is.
But don't worry. We have another great show coming up for you ASA eventually.
Yeah, you'll love it. I'm sure you will.
Mostly.
Can't get enough of the show? Follow them on Twitter at DNR Show or like them on Facebook.
And don't forget to tell your friends to subscribe to DNR 2.0 at DerekandRomaine.com.